Hey or hey, what's going on? What's up? What are you guys up to? What are you doing? Yeah, so I want to talk about some things, yeah, as usual, a lot is going on, my sister recently told me some bad news that a family friend we knew, lost someone, and these people are kind of close to us. Yeah, they have money, but it's not just about money now. I'm more realizing that money can't fix a lot of problems you think it can fix. It cannot. It's not just about money anymore. You know, there's decency, there's respect, there's livelihood, you know. So it ain't money anymore. So I just want to point that out. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I wanted to, use this time to talk about. There are some things I want to talk about. Easter is on Sunday, by the way. Whew, thank God, because I think yesterday was Palm Sunday. Easter Sunday is this Sunday. I know my sister's birthday is also on a Sunday, but it's last year Easter fell on her birthday. This year Easter falls before her birthday because her birthday is like April 19th. I think a lot of celebrities' birthdays are that day, exactly that day, which is kind of crazy. I think Khloe Kardashian is close to, or if not that day, you know. Yeah. So a lot of celebrities are like Easter birthdays, sunshine, I think so. Okay, no, Chloe is not Easter. She's September. I think there was a Kardashian that's Easter. Maybe it's Courtney. you know. I know there's one that's Easter, and I know there are other celebrities. That does not measure of any specialty also because they're like normal people like us. But I'm just saying that April 19th is like a common birthday from people you can easily search. You can't go about asking people, you know. All right, guys. As in you can, but you will not just randomly say, okay, let me go and ask people what's your birthday date. They'll be like, huh? They might tell you, but it'll be wait. Oh wait, you guys know I divert a lot. I also want to talk about hygiene. And I think this is something I've been saying I would talk to you all about. I know my videos don't get views and anything, but I just feel that the day when my videos start getting my shorts get views, thank God for that. But my videos don't get views as I want them to acclimatize, you know. So as I want them to get. So I'm always like, okay, oh, if I drop this video, I'm wasting my time. But I hope one day one of them blows up and gets views and you people get to hear all these videos. But I wanted to talk about hygiene because you guys know I talk about everything. Like I said, it's not a recap channel. Like Married to Medicine Reunion just ended. I ain't caring about that, because this is not the channel for that, you know. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about hygiene. You know, I know a lot of people think hygiene is just something that, okay, mostly the girls have to worry about, the guys don't need to. Hygiene is a subtle thing rather than a lot of things. But let me tell you guys, trust and believe, hygiene is as important as being a good person could be most of the times. Because of bad hygiene, people can see you a lot of way. You know, the there was or there is or past, present, anyone. There was a time I was staying with some people, and the hygiene was just so bad. Not really from all of them, but from one person, from two people or three or one person. I'm not going to specify. And then I remember that how irritated I was. But here's the thing: there was a time I was very dirty and I had bad hygiene. But it's harder for people who don't want to listen and don't want to improve on that part of their life because they don't see it. Like I said, it's not something of importance to them. It's not something, but it makes it difficult. For me, it's not a pet peeve of mine because there's certain levels of dirtiness to certain people. There are some that I cannot deal with. I'll consider maybe a pet peeve. But there's some I can deal with. Let me say. Like I can deal okay, you guys know I don't like, and I don't know what they call this, but I don't like stain on my clothes. I don't know why. It irritates me. I don't like seeing stain on anyone's clothes. Your clothes can be dirty, but let it not be like a stew stain or a stain on it. I don't know why. It just makes me feel somehow. And I remember recently, because of I like to do laundry on a particular date to know, okay, the to mark the date, the particular time I did my laundry, and so I can know how I can be acclimatizing my clothes. Why do I keep using acclimatize? Using big words that don't add up in the sentences. But the times I can be piling up my clothes. But now I have no clothes to wear. So I wanted to almost wear a stained trouser outside, but I kept on asking one of my housemates if it was stained, because I did not want it to be, as in my recent housemate, not the ones I'm telling you guys about, past, present, whatever, you know. So I asked because I didn't want to wear dirty clothes out, but I just thought, oh, I don't know, something about me don't like stain. And that's the same thing about hygiene. I feel a lot of people brush down hygiene, but it's very, very important. It's very important. And I don't need you to smell like perfume. We don't need, in fact, I hate people who smell of, everybody hates it. And I think it's something everybody don't like. When you smell of your clothes has been washed, like you smell of soap, like wash clothes soap, um area, almost detergent, you smell of detergent, your clothes smell of, it's very, I don't know, it's very uncomfortable. A lot of people don't like it, and I think I'm one of them. It's so uncomfortable for some reason. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Hygiene is very important. I mean very, very important. And it's not something that the society takes well like that, because they feel, okay, people should be themselves and everything. And it's not like, as long as you're rich, why should you care of hygiene? Make that money, nothing. No, trust me. It is very important. A dirty person can stay with a dirty person, a clean person can stay with a clean person. And that's how life works. And if it does not matter to you, it's possible you're in a scale of something else. I don't want to say that, but I can understand some people just brushing it off, because it's not a major issue, but it's an issue. And it is major in my own books, because, man, it really is major. So I just want to point that out. That's all I want to talk to you guys about. Hygiene is very important. And when it comes to girls and everything, some girls really care. Most girls care about hygiene. They might not let you know, but they do care. But at the same time, some girls are not also hygienic. So even if they care, they, well, if they are not, then why should they be talking to you about it? So it should be something that should be passed all the way around and should be well taken note of. Human beings cannot be too careful and too clean, but we can be clean to a certain extent. That's just the truth of it. I'm not saying me, I'm clean. There was a time I was very dirty. In fact, my room was unlivable. People thought I was crazy. But I knew, and I also learned, and I grew. Some people just don't want to grow because they feel it's not important. Anyway, guys, bye.